can we just make this official? Like, I would really like it if this arc stayed around for a very long time, because that Jubei x Otai moment in this episode, dude, if you weren't shipping those two, like, if you got to this episode of Gintama, okay, and you were not shipping Kyubei or Otai together, I think after this episode, majority of us just jumped onto that ship. Like, let's ship those two together, because when you saw that hand-holding scene and then Otai blushing and getting embarrassed, like, that was a side we normally never get to see of her character, and seeing that in this episode, and blew me away. I'm like, oh my god, she's actually acting like an embarrassed female character. It's shocking to see her act like that in this series. So, I definitely shipped those two hard after this episode of Gintama. Like, that needs to become official. It really does. That straight up needs to become official. Like, can't we just make it to where Jubei, or Kyubei, never goes back to being a female? Like, can she just stay as a male? Because, obviously, she's enjoying herself quite a bit. And, I mean, hey, Otai seems to be enjoying herself quite a bit, too. So, that's pretty fucking funny. So, let's move on. Thing is, okay, with this episode of Gintama, I died laughing multiple times throughout this entire episode. Like, that final scene of this episode with Hijikata, he jumps. Like, in my mind, okay, I was already thinking this one, but right before that happened, like, soon as Hijikata's like, okay, we need to go down there and show him that us women can do stuff, too. You see him pull out his sword, and he jumps, and then I see the manhole, and I'm like, he's gonna get stuck in that manhole, isn't he? He's gonna get stuck. He hits it, and he gets stuck, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. As soon as he got stuck, and he shrugs it off, he's like, I'll defend this to my last breath. What the fuck? Like, straight up, this arc is so fucking great, dude. Like, the greatness in this arc is just too damn high, with all these funny comedy moments. Like, it's so interesting seeing, like, Ginko versus female Hijikata. Like, you know, how they were arguing in this episode about who they could get with, or, you know, who ate what. Like, you know, when we kind of find out why Hijikata's female form is so fat was because he ate so much mayonnaise that it went all to his gut. And I guess that would happen if he ate a lot of mayonnaise, so that's kind of fucked up. I mean, it really is. You'd think someone like Gin would turn into a fat ass as well. I mean, if you think about it, with the shit he eats. I mean, look in this episode, he's about to eat like this giant ass bowl of sugar, so, I mean, you'd think Gin would be fat as well, but I guess not. But point is, okay, point still stands, that argument between Hijikata, like, being a pig, and then to Ginko, you know, arguing over who they can be with a guy. Very funny, because getting to see how Otose came up and all that, oh my god. That Mel Otose is like, I'm not an old man, I'm a granny. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so, best highlighted moments of the episode, personally to me, I think was definitely the Yoshiwara girls popping up with Sachan and beating the fucking shit out of everybody. Like, here's the thing. Throughout the series of Gintama, we have constantly seen the female characters, our main female characters, be bits of a badass. Like, they're fucking badass, they're strong, and you wouldn't really consider them as females because of how damn strong they are, the way they beat the shit out of everybody throughout the series of Gintama. And with this episode and this arc, it finally shows the true side, or the real nature that fits with their personalities in the series, because when they're fighting that, like, group, that cultist group inside of the sewer, and you see how, like, Sachan, you have Tsukuyo, and you had Dora Kagura are fighting down there, fighting against all the cultists. That was just impressive, because the way Gin said it pretty much sums up everybody's opinion about them in this episode. Like, they're so impressive, they're outshining us as main characters. Like, I mean, they're destroying what image we had of the series. Like, you know, how we've had so many difficulties through all these different arcs. They're just coming in and whooping it like it's nothing at all. And so seeing that, it's pretty funny, because that's kind of what I was thinking at that moment. How, you know, like, Sachan was going in there being a badass, just kicking the shit out of everybody, and the Yoshiwara girls just coming in, destroying everybody. It was like my impressions of this episode. Like, they're making Gin and the other main characters, that our main male characters, look like a sack of shit, like they couldn't do shit, while the main female characters that got turned into guys are just destroying everything. So, episode overall, though, Oh my god, it was great on so many different levels. Like, there's so many different points of this episode. I can't really choose my favorite because I had to pause the episode multiple times throughout watching this episode just to laugh because I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I mean, that ending, thank God that, like, ending song played because I was just laughing so damn hard after that, like, scene with Hijikata. And then, like, the scene with them eating and stuff, like, when you see Ginko and then, you know, Hijikata eating and all that. And then the other scene when we find out about you know, Gorilla's son's hair is still on his ass. I'm like, don't tell me that shit. Don't fucking tell me that shit. And then, you know, again, bringing up the public defecation again. Oh my god. Okay, so that's enough. This episode of Gintama, if you did not laugh, I don't know what to say, because this was just fucking hilarious, start to finish. I cannot wait. I'm gonna miss this arc when it finally ends, because judging by Gintama's arcs, most likely next week is going to be the finale or the week after that. The maximum I think Gintama arcs usually last is 5 episodes, so I think we're almost done, so I'm kind of upset. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. She be out.